Here's my post-spring Group of 5 top 66 where I rank every single team in the Group of 5. Let's get into it. I'll go through the top 25 pretty quickly because I already posted my Group of 5 top 25 in a separate video, so go watch that if you haven't already. But I think Tulane and Boise State are your top tier contenders that'll contend for the college football playoff this season. James Madison probably going to be the best out of the Sun Belt. UTSA and Navy will be competitive in the American. Liberty should be favored to win the CUSA, same with Toledo and the MAC. We've got some solid second tier contenders here like South Florida, North Texas, Memphis, Colorado State, teams I'm excited about this season. Other teams that have a lot to be excited about like San Jose State, the run and hoot offense under Zach Kittley at Florida Atlantic, and then rounding out the top 25, we've got Air Force that I think will bounce back this season. But talking about outside of the top 25, we've got a fun trio of Sun Belt teams here in what's a pretty deep conference that I think could all have solid seasons. You got Old Dominion, Georgia Southern, South Alabama, San Diego State this season I think will have a lot of improvement from that first year where they had a lot of growth under their new head coach Sean Lewis. Louisiana Tech I think could be a big surprise team in the CUSA this season. I think we could see a fun season from Rice this year under a new head coach with an exciting new era. Southern Miss brings over pretty much the entire Marshall roster to try to turn themselves into a contender. Hawaii could flirt with a bowl game this season as they continue to try to figure out their offensive coordinator situation. Utah State, I think under Bronco Mendenhall could have some improvement, but we'll see how high their ceiling can get. Northern Illinois will be sound again despite a ton of change. Ohio going to be in a decent spot in the MAC despite losing their head coach and a few of their key players. They still bring back some talented guys. Coastal Carolina, App State, Louisiana Monroe, a couple more teams even here, Arkansas State, Troy. The Sun Belt is so crowded in its middle tier. There's a couple of CUSA teams in here that I really trust this season, like FIU, Delaware, UTEP. There's a lot I like on paper with those teams. We'll see which of them can actually get into a bowl game, which is tough to do in the CUSA with the tough non-conference schedules that they play. Georgia State is a talented team, but held back a little bit by just some unproven coaching. Nevada and the Mountain West could have a high ceiling this year. UAB, I think, could actually improve a little bit. We've got Eastern and Western Michigan in there, and the MAC, they're probably going to be in the middle tier. You've got Wyoming, a team that I think will probably be the worst in the Mountain West, but still above several teams here because of how strong of a conference the Mountain West is. I've got Bowling Green at 53. We'll find out how good of a head coach Eddie George will be there. Temple, I think, could be improved. Sam Houston and Jacksonville State, I think, will regress a little bit this season. And then at the bottom tier, we're getting to some teams that could be in a really rough spot. Ball State and Tulsa and Central Michigan have some positivity under a new head coach. Marshall, I think they just got shredded. I don't think they're ready for this season at all. UMass could be a rough year, their first season in the MAC, but they're still above Akron and Kent State, who are both likely to be tragically awful. And then we got some CUSA schools, New Mexico State, Middle Tennessee, and Kennesaw State, all near the bottom. There it is, my full post-spring top 66. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this.